I feel like as women, we are on this lifelong mission to find fabulous makeup products, and there's so many options out there. We need it to make us look good. We need it to not break the bank. We need it to have fabulous consistency, not break out our skin. Like, there's so many factors that go into that. And I'm so happy that I found Shine Makeup earlier this year because it gives me all the things that I need. It doesn't break the bank. The consistency is my favorite out of any makeup that I've ever tried. The people behind Shine Makeup are absolutely amazing, but I will say the best part about Shine Makeup is I know that everybody that I share it with is going to love it just as much as I do.
Hi you guys, my name is Shannon Tripp and I am so excited to be here today. I'm talking to you today about something that is really personal to me in my life and kind of opens up for you how I have been molded and shaped into the mother that I am and the person that I am through what I have seen in the emergency room. So I am a pediatric ER nurse and I've been that for 10 years. I am also a mother to 4 little kids who I adore and cherish and think that they are the greatest gifts I've ever been given. And I'm married to a wonderful man who is absolutely my best friend. I have been through things that I pray none of you ever have to go through or ever have to see. And I hope that with me bringing you back through some stories, you can kind of understand where I'm coming from and how this has really been a gift in my life. Some people ask me how in the world I see what I see, and then I go home to my kids and I be a mom. It truly is the greatest gift I've ever been given because it's allowed me to really see what perspective is, and it has served me in a way that has completely changed my life. So today I want to share with you a few stories and some things that I've been through to kind of help you understand where I'm coming from. The first thing I want to talk about, and the first way that my life has truly been changed, is how I see other people. Think about how you see other people. How do you see other people outside of your home when you're going through the store or when you're in the school, when you're at work, whatever, wherever you are? How do you look at other people? And then how do you look at the people inside of your home, your children, your husband, and those people that are close to you? There was a woman that kind of has stuck with me for years and years and years. And this happened in the ER when she lost her child. I was there when she walked in and she found out her child was gone. I was there when she fell to the floor. I was there when we helped her get back up. I was there when she said her final goodbye, and I was there at the front entrance when she walked out with all of her bags in arms and nobody by her side. And she passed person by person by person, and I just remember thinking, oh, somebody open a door or carry her bags or help her to her car. Please, nobody honk at her on the way home. Nobody cut her off when she gets to where she's going, to her hotel room. They weren't even from here. She had nobody. Please be kind to her. As she went out into this world and the world could give her back whatever it was, please, like world, just give her kindness. I remember thinking about her that night and the morning after and the day after and just thinking, wow, like nobody knows what she has just been through. I don't know what anyone else is going through. And it's my choice of how I view them and how I treat them. Nobody knows what anybody is going through. You see parents walk in and out of the hospital every day, all day, and I don't know what they're going through. Did they just lose a kid? Are they potentially going to lose their child? Did they just get a very horrible prognosis? What is it that they're going through, and who needs kindness? Who needs love? Who needs a smile? If you change your view about and take it all outside of yourself and start looking at other people, your life will change. Your heart will change. You will understand that this life isn't really about you. It's about your relationships and the way that you give back to the world. And that has been something that has completely changed my own life and how I look at my kids and how I look at my husband. Because assuming that you know someone's okay or assuming that you know someone's not okay, whatever it is, assumption is a very scary word. We should never assume. We always just need to spread love and spread kindness because we never know what somebody is going through. And I hope that by kind of understanding where I get that from and where that's rooted from, that can help you kind of ponder and think about how you look at other people and maybe some ways that we can change and help ourselves grow by thinking outside of ourselves. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is something that's a little bit it takes some courage. It takes some courage for me to talk about this, because this is something I've actually never shared on social media before, but it's another way that my life has been completely changed by my job and how I mother at home. So there is a word that makes my skin crawl. Every time I see it, it's usually a hashtag, and people say it all the time every day, and it just gives me the heebie-jeebies. And that word is hustle. So everybody's hashtag hustle, grind, like dream, bigger, better, more. And us women are just bombarded with this idea that we need to be bigger and better and do more and have a side hustle and grind outside of our homes and create. Now, I am not saying that that is not okay, because women are given gifts that they need to share. We still are a woman outside of motherhood, and we need to own that and be that. With that being said, you guys, be careful. Be careful that this hustle isn't taking away from your motherhood. So I say forget hustle and slow down, because your babies, look at me, I'm gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. Your babies need you. They need you, because you are the only person in their life that can do for them what they need to be done. I don't know if a lot of women understand that. You were giving your babies because you were the perfect person for them. Let that sit in. You are the perfect person for them. They don't need anybody else. And this time is fleeting. You hear that all the time. Your kids grow up so fast, it's going to be gone. Well, it's not just time. It's not just time that they grow up. It is only today. In this very moment, today is the only day you are guaranteed with your children. I have seen that firsthand for 10 years. Kids are taken from their parents all the time. I don't want this to be a depressing thing for you. I don't want you to turn this off, because I promise there's a happy ending. But please understand that today, in this moment, is the only time you have with your kids. The only time guaranteed. And after that, it's all up to everything else. So enjoy that time and be there for them and be present. Because when you have seen really big things like that, a child actually be taken from their mom in some sort of tragic accident or disease or something like that, you start to understand that these things in life, these things that are calling your name, aren't really that important anymore. They're blurring your vision from the most important thing in the world, and that is what you do within the walls of your home. I do not believe in mom guilt. I don't think anybody should believe in mom guilt. I think that we all are given special gifts that we need to share. All I am saying is that instead of hashtag hustle, hashtag slow down. Because those are the moments that you, in stillness, figure out what is most important in this life. Think of the times your child just lays on your chest and they don't move, and you don't want to move, because then they're going to move, and you just hold still. It's filling your soul, you know? The times your child looks at you in the eyes and says that they love you, and what that does to your soul. Those moments that your child needs you and you connect with your child will give you way more than any of this will ever give you. So be careful of all the noise in motherhood, because there was a survey done a couple years ago that was a huge survey, and it asked parents, men, women, whoever, what is it that you want most out of life? Was it money? Was it a fantastic job? Whatever it was. And it was blown out of the water. The response was, my children to grow up happy. My children to be successful and happy. So think about that. What does that look like? It looks like us moms owning and cherishing and honoring our role as mothers, and understanding that each day is a gift and we can't predict the next day. So instead of putting all of this weight on our shoulders that doesn't need to be there, just looking at your children and connecting with them in a way that almost treating them like you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Now, some of you are going to say like, Shannon, stop it. I don't want to think about this. And I totally get it. I do not want any of you to ever have to see or hear or do anything that I have ever seen or heard and done. But I also want you to understand the reality of the situation. Some people don't. Some people just go. They're sailing through this life and they're just chasing their dreams, and that's awesome. But just be still and understand what season you are in and what a gift it is to you and your children. You are the greatest gift to your children. The end. Okay, on to a happier note. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about is this idea of being a perfect mom. So, again, it's a little bit tricky for me because I can't share too much, but there was a mom that lost her baby, and it was her fault. She kept saying, it was my fault, it was my fault. It was her fault. It was her fault. How her baby was taken was this mom's fault. It's heavy. And I remember her having more sadness over the guilt that she felt than actually like losing her child. I'm not saying that's how it was, but that's how it looked. She just cried and pleaded of, it is my fault, it is on me, and she just put those bricks on her shoulders. Instead of just letting the angels kind of take her and loving her child, she just piled them on, and I watched it, and it was painful. Be careful that you're not doing that in your homes right now. Be careful that you are not piling bricks on you and putting weight in places that they don't need to be. Because your child does not need a perfect mom. They just need a happy mom. So think of these things in your life that make you happy and these things that don't make you happy. How can you sort them out? How can you take some of those negative things that are weighing on you and take them off your plate? How do you say no? How do you make yourself be a happier mom without guilt? Because we all know that it creeps in once in a while. Being a working mom, I actually wouldn't call myself a working mom because I only work 1 to 2 days a week, and then I'm home with my kids a lot. I'm kind of like your middle ground mom. I work, but I'm home a lot. No matter what it looks like for you, if you go to work every single day, your kids are in daycare and you see them for an hour at night, or if you are home with your kids every single day, you never get a break, not even an hour at night. Be careful how you feel about yourself and what kind of pressure and guilt you're putting on yourself. Because in the end, your kids need you to do what you need to do, because that's what's going to make you happy. And your kids feel your happiness and they thrive off of your happiness. And in the end, when it's all said and done, whatever that looks like for you, whatever that looks like for me, we are just going to want to cherish those moments. People ask me all the time how I do it, how I don't bubble wrap my kids, how I let them out of the house, how I do not live with this high anxiety because of what I've seen in the ER. It's actually really easy. When you see somebody's life be taken in an instant, you want to go home and you want to live. You want to live because you know that no matter how much you protect your children, you really don't have any control. And so understanding that you have been given this moment in this day right now, and that is all that's guaranteed, you want to live. There is no right way to be a mother. We all know that. But find those things that you value and lean into them and hold them and cherish them and honor them. I want to finish by reading a quote to you that I want just framed ginormous on everybody's walls. It reads, "You will never have this day with your children again. Tomorrow they will be a little older than they were today. This day is a gift. Just breathe, notice, study their faces and little feet. Pay attention, relish the charms of the present. Enjoy today. It will be over before you know it." Those small little things in life are really the biggest things that matter. And I hope you guys feel that and understand that. And I love you all. Thank you guys for listening, and have a great day.